Doug Liman takes on the challenge of directing Stephen King's epic novel, The Stand, latest in horror cinema. Published just a few hours ago, The Hollywood Reporter brings news that Doug Liman has been chosen by Paramount Pictures to helm the film adaptation of The Stand, one of Stephen King's most renowned novels. The story plunges us into a disastrous pandemic that wipes out the majority of humanity. The few survivors find themselves gravitating toward two distinct groups, a benevolent faction led by the spiritual Mother Abigail, and a dark, malevolent group under the rule of the nefarious Randall Flagg. These opposing sides ultimately clash in an epic struggle of good versus evil. As Liman steps into the director's chair, the search begins for a writer to adapt the screenplay. Apart from directing, Liman will also be producing the movie, alongside Tyler Thompson from Cross Creek Pictures. The Stand stands as King's lengthiest work, clocking in at 1,152 pages. While one might speculate that such an extensive tale would lead to a series of films, insiders indicate that Liman and the studio envision a single, standalone film. This approach suggests that the movie might present a streamlined and focused version of the complex narrative. Previously, The Stand found its way to television twice. A miniseries released in 1994 featured a star-studded cast, including Gary Sinise and Molly Ringwald. More recently, a 2020 adaptation starring James Marsden and Alexander Skarsgård was released on Paramount+. The idea of a film adaptation has been discussed for many years. Back in the late 1970s, even the legendary filmmaker George A. Romero was considered to direct. Liman is not a stranger to thrilling narratives. He's working on Deeper, an underwater supernatural thriller that reunites him with Tom Cruise. The story follows an astronaut on a perilous journey to explore the deepest oceanic trench, rumored to be the lowest point on Earth. Ana de Armas will join Cruise in this intense adventure. Moreover, Liman has a space project in development with Cruise that aims to actually shoot scenes in outer space. What are your thoughts on Doug Liman directing The Stand? Are you on board with the idea of it being a standalone film? About the writer, a devoted news editor with a penchant for classic films like Alien, The Godfather Parts 1 and 2, and the Lord of the Rings trilogy, among many others. In love with both the art of filmmaking and culinary creations, always exploring new interests and hobbies.